almost got a chipón with the gun, at least more than. No me chipón or what the only song.
What's that? Well, it's so much nicer than San Pedro, so calm and relaxing, but I gotta get some stuff done before we can go play. So essentially the last couple days I've just been getting the interior of the boat totally put back together, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck these sails away, get them protected from the sun. Getting ready to fill up our water jugs and get an extra thing of water to wash the deck, and our diesel can and our gasoline can, which is already in the dinghy. So I'll just take you guys with me to see what it's like. I always dread getting water and diesel and gas. It's just always hot and sticky and heavy. That's also, I guess, one of the perks of traveling. Everything's new, but it's also a little bit stressful sometimes because every time we go to a new place, I have to kind of refigure out everything over and over again. So eventually, I'm sure it'll all become a routine whenever we get to a new place, figure out the grocery store, the laundry store, water, propane, diesel, and gas. Anyways, here I go. Wish me luck. See if we can fill up our diesel, gas, and water. Is that good?
Sure.
Cool, thanks. Got almost all of them ready to go. Just filling up the last one. And I found 2 awesome helpers. So here's Shanila. Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you for helping me. You've been really helpful. And then her big brother, the boss, Gilroy. Right? Nice. And I've recruited them to help me for a job tomorrow. What did I ask you to do? What's that?
Washing.
Our sails?
Rinsing the sails.
Nice. Have you thought of a price yet?
No.
Okay, well think about it. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like helping your dad out?
Yes.
Do you like having them here?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname?
No.
No? Do you have a nickname?
Yes.
What is it?
Minerva.
What is it?
Minerva.
Minerva? That's pretty. Alright, you guys ready to help me with this sail?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, what do you guys think of the boat so far?
Good.
Yeah? Cool. Alright, so let's go downstairs.
It's not very big.
Yeah. And that's Jordan's editing station.
Yeah, so I work on the computer, so I gotta work.
Are you excited to be on YouTube?
Yes.
No? Yes?
Yeah. I'm excited. Can I be on YouTube?
Do you like the boat? What do you think of it?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Would you ever want to live on a boat like this?
I don't think so. It's too small.
Yeah. You don't think you'd like to live on a boat? Yeah, you do? That's cool. What's your favorite part of the boat? What do you think's the coolest part of it?
Bed.
Yeah, me too. I feel ya. One of the nice things of having worked in yachts is that Jordan's pretty knowledgeable about teak and how to keep it maintained. So we have our bare teak. We thought about varnishing it, but we would rather have gotten out of Key West than spend time varnishing it and then thereafter maintaining it. So we only have like a couple of teak or varnished accents on Atticus, which I really like. So he said that the best thing to do for teak is to go against the grain and try to scrub it with salt water as often as possible. So my next step is to just fill up a bucket with water and vinegar and use the brush to just kind of like scrub down everything, including the metal. Then I'll go around and rinse everything with just plain fresh water and then dry it with a chamois to try to get all the salt off of it. Time to head ashore and upload an episode. I've been kind of paranoid. I haven't been sleeping very well because I've heard stories from like the security guard at the dock that we've been tying up to that, you know, sometimes boats come over from Belize City and target cruisers. And a lot of times they just take their outboards, but it's still really scary to think that people would board your boat at night. So I have not been sleeping very well. That's just, I think, another growing pain. Right now we're just kind of getting used to everything. And we have some really high highs where I'm like, wow, it's so cool to be somewhere new. But then I've had a couple of low lows when like I can't sleep and I'm cranky and I have to figure out how to get propane and the groceries situation is difficult. I just cracked open an egg this morning and it was like moldy on the inside, so I guess I didn't provision super well with the eggs, so I need to find a better place to get eggs. It's 8 o'clock now, so a little bit behind schedule. The island is super small and the internet is not very good, so I was trying to get there first thing in the morning to kind of beat the crowds. I found a yoga studio in town, and they open up at 7:30, which is one of the earliest places that I've seen in town advertised opening up so early. So I'm gonna swing by there, see if they have good Wi-Fi, and maybe even try to slip in a class. Wow, this is a spot called the Namaste Cafe. Here's the second floor. Got a pretty sweet view of the street down below. Well, this place felt too good to be true. It started pouring rain, and ever since then the internet has just not been working. So anyways, I'm gonna pack up, unfortunately, and try again. The wild goose chase continues. I was walking to try to find the reggae bar, which someone told me might have good internet. And I actually stopped by BTL, which is the major service provider in Belize. So they said I could use their Wi-Fi here, and so see how that goes. Oh man, well, I super lucked out. BTL is freaking amazing, and the guy who runs it let me just leave my laptop running inside, locked up while they're going on their lunch break. The air conditioning in there is like so nice, and the security guard is really cool. He's actually on the defending champions basketball team, and he invited us to a game this Saturday. Oz is gonna show me a place that he likes to go for lunch, so let's do it.
That's where my mom lives.
Oh,
This is where I live.
oh, you have your own little spot, huh?
Then.
Fuck, I don't frighten the mother assholes, man. Fuck my boys.
Sorry. That's okay.
my sister.
Hey, I'm Desiree. Thanks for showing me your house. I love it. I like the colors and everything. It's colorful. Well, enjoy your CSI. What's your dream?
My dream?
Mm-hmm.
To become an NBA basketball player.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
That's my dream.
What does your family think of it?
They support my dream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And your girlfriend?
She supports it too.
Yeah? That's cool. Do you think you're maybe more motivated than your friends because you have a strong dream?
Yeah, I think so. I've always, every after work, every evening I go on the court and go work out. And sometimes they're there and sometimes they're not. But most of the time I work out by myself.
And what do you think about living in Key Cocker?
It's fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's paradise.
Are there some parts that you don't like about it?
It's developing too fast. Like a lot of big buildings is getting built.
What about the people who come in? Do you for the most part like them, or sometimes you just want all these foreigners to get out of here?
Well, it doesn't really affect me with the foreigners, but where there's more people, there's more crimes. So
Was there more crime in San Pedro than here?
yeah, there were more crimes in San Pedro.
Hmm.
It's bigger than Key Cocker, so.
And what about in Key Cocker? Do you still feel relatively safe?
Yeah, still feel safe here.
But it's changing a little bit?
It's changing a lot.
Yeah. I know if you grow up somewhere, you take it for granted sometimes, but do you feel lucky to live here?
I'm lucky to live here. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I just look up in the sky and like thank the good Lord that I'm in a position and a beautiful place like this. Like, I just take a pause, like 1 minute, and thank Him.
Yeah. It is 4:30 and I'm almost done with the upload. Been a long day. My butt is officially numb. I've got 8 minutes remaining and I'm at 98%. So they close at 5, so I've got 20 minutes to make sure all this goes through. Oh boy, well, it's really humid out here and inside the air conditioning was really good, so I don't have a microfiber to wipe the lens, so I'm sorry. But I just finished uploading the episode and just in the nick of time. So I'm heading back to the boat and gonna cook dinner. All right, time for some grocery shopping. I got my favorite Aquapack bag, dry bag, and then Jordan's like West Marine dry bag. And then I also brought with me my 2 egg containers. So wish me luck, I'm going in. All right, this is one of the stores on the main street. Looks like this store has quite a bit of produce. Pineapple, avocado, excited about those zucchinis. And then most stores have like a refrigerated section as well. It's like very precious, like pieces of carrots and things like that. This store actually has a pretty good selection compared to the other ones I've been to, so I'm excited. I'm gonna dive into some shopping. All right, found another spot across from the basketball court. And they've got a ton of really delicious looking zucchini. Looks a lot better than last place. So I'm going to stock up. Nom nom nom.
Almost got it too fun with the guy, leave more than that. No, but too fun or what the only song?
What's that? Well, that shop seemed to have way more produce than the stores I ended up finding. So maybe I was going about it wrong, looking for kind of like the bigger supermarkets when I should have just been going to the little stands that have like fruits and vegetables. So I got pork,
Yeah.
bacon, a little bit of chicken. Thank you. All right, well, I'm back on the little shit and did pretty well. Got a lot of food. Might have passed a bakery on the way home. Might have gotten cinnamon bread. Super excited. A little peek inside my bag. And then I'll show you the rest when we get back to the boat. Time to sanitize the old produce. Got my little bucket of water. Put in my little drops. Since we've both gotten worms a couple times, that's kind of our best friend right now. So hopefully we'll stay worm-free is the way to be. All right, I just kind of laid everything out that I bought, and I spent about $100 today, which is kind of crazy. It'll definitely feed us for like 2 weeks. Pork, bacon, and then ground pork. 4 chicken breasts, some canned goods. Stopped at the bakery. Lots of produce. Not bad, but $100 for all that is pretty crazy. So we're just gonna have to go through it slowly. If we have room in the refrigerator, I'll go ahead and peel and cut up some vegetables that keep long. So like with zucchinis and squashes, I'll cut them in half and stick them in a Ziploc bag and then keep them in the refrigerator. And then with carrots, I go ahead and just peel them and then cut them into like kind of like long chunks, and then that way it's a lot easier to cook. I just throw them in with whatever I'm cooking. So because we didn't get a lot of meats, because they're a little bit expensive, I have a ton of room in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of chop up a lot of the vegetables that I bought today. So that's what I'm doing now. So finally finished putting everything away just in time for a beer. I'm drinking Belkin chocolate stout. It's super tasty, and I'm getting ready to make a dal because I found my favorite lentils here in Belize. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. So when I was in my 20s, I lived with a host family in rural India. So they taught me how to make a kick-ass dal. So I'm getting ready to make that. Everything's kind of packed away in the fridge. Got my carrots, squash, yeah, zucchini. We're all ready to go. Let's do this.
All right, bud, where we going?
We're gonna go enjoy Key Cocker. Jordan's been slaving away editing, and I've been kind of heading into town to do a lot of errands, but today is just to explore and have some fun.
2 buds and 1 badass island.
Yeah.
2 buds, little shit, and a little island. 2 buds and a brave mission to boastfully bound beyond our blissful boundaries.
Wow.
I'm slipping away, so don't let me go, nah, nah, nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay, stay. I'm slipping away, so don't let me go now. The love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, out of control. Oh baby, I love the rush.
Yeah, it's interesting being in a new place where we have to kind of worry a little bit about petty theft. So apparently outboards are like a big thing for thieves to target. So that's kind of what we're worried about. We were pretty spoiled in Isla Mujeres, never really having to worry about petty theft. It's such a small island and such a like tight-knit community that we never locked Atticus or little shit. So having to think about that and be one step ahead of security, it's just like one more thing to worry about. All right, first stop is laundry, but we're passing the community soccer field and there's a big championship game today. So we're just gonna stop by and check it out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm slipping away, yeah. Just like I am dreaming, walking around in this love haze. I wanna stay in this feeling, but let me know the rush. It overflows. It's out of control, out of control. I've been lost.
So I found this laundry spot the first day. There's a guy who always sits on that porch right there and just like smiles and kind of looks over things. And he told me where the nearest laundry was. So now whenever I see him, I give him a salute. So it's a pretty cool town in that like it's small enough where I've only been here for like, I don't know, I've only been to town maybe 5 times. And like I walk around and I already recognize people and they recognize me. So it's pretty cool.
'Cause your love is exceptional. Ooh. It's out of control, It's out of control. But I love the rush, yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, it overflows. Ooh, your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control. But baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. It's exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control. I'm in love.
Good afternoon. You're Steve, right?
Yeah.
We met the other day and I was asking for water.
Oh, I remember you.
Yeah. That's my husband Jordan. He finally came off the boat.
How you doing, man?
Okay. Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. You too, man.
Your boat is fascinating. Your boat and the boats that I've seen like it here in Belize.
It's the regular boat that they use in Belize.
And it was originally for fishing.
This boat, yeah. It's an old boat.
How old is it?
I mean, it's about 50 years old or so.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, our boat is 50 years old as well.
When this boat built, the wood back then was really good. Now the wood on these wooden boats, they're not that good.
Yeah.
You want me to push you off or anything?
Yeah, rigging? On the rigging, yeah. Just push it on, yeah. All right, thank you.
Have a good one. That's a pretty neat boat, bud.
Yeah. What a cool guy.
It's out of control, baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control, I'm in love.
So, you know, we've only been in Belize for a small amount of time, but it's very obvious that the whole country on the coast has an incredible boating culture. You know, there's so many islands, there's so much protected water with the barrier reef that there's a lot of Belizeans that have made their, you know, living on the water. Keycocker is no exception. It's another example of like a tourist town that used to have like a huge fishing fleet, and a lot of people used to make their living fishing, and now those boaters are transitioning into tourism. And not only are those boaters and those people transitioning, but the boats are as well. So you can see all of these boats over here, they're all tourist boats. Basically all of the boats up and down the shore, they're all geared towards tourism. So it's really interesting to like kind of be around that, you know, to see that transition happening in action.
It fills me up. It's out of control. But baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. It fills me up. Baby, I love the rush. Come on, out of control, I'm in love.
Well, that was a fun day. We're gonna head over to a place called the Little Kitchen, which our friend told us it's got the best local food at a local price. It's interesting because on the main road, it's very clear that those restaurants are geared towards the tourism that comes in here every day. And so the places are like nice and casual and they've got like a Caribbean vibe, but they're really expensive actually. Like a meal is around $20 US. So that's just something that we can't really afford. So one little trick that we've kind of learned is to ask people who work here where they eat. And a lot of the times we get better food at a way cheaper price and kind of like a neat atmosphere. grilled chicken, coleslaw, and a little veggie salad. But Jordan went all in with the fried chicken. Looks really good.
Right, homie, where are we at?
Oh, we're at the local basketball court, and Oswald, who I met the other day, he's a security guard at the BTL, invited me to come watch his game. They're the defending champs, sponsored by Sports Bar, biggest bar on the island. And yeah, he's playing.
Stop moving. I'm trying to frame you, and you keep moving with me.
Like this? You filming? But Oswald, and he invited me to his basketball game tonight. He's playing at 8:30, so we're gonna check it out.
2, please.
Oh.
How's the husband?
Good, brought him this time.
Oh, that's him right there?
Yeah.
Was behind the camera? Man,
Yeah.
you look different, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Smooth out the edges.
Yeah, he looks better in person, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Yeah?
Probably, I think I prefer him with the long hair better.
Really?
Yeah.
So many people
Me
gave
too.
me crap about it. Yeah. You too.
Dude, you're officially one of my favorite people now.
All right, man.